Didn't expect it, but Marvel Spider-Man 2 got another update, okay? And this one isn't exactly what you'd probably think it is. It's not one of the biggest things ever. However, there's still some interesting things in this update for the community because it shows that Insomniac has at least a small team that's still dedicated and working on this game to get all the fixes across that the community has sort of brought up as issues. And one of the biggest issues used to be with this actual Raimi suit. When you do this, the back spider here would just kind of like pop up and when you play on performance mode, and now that's actually fixed, which is a great thing, by the way. So that's really nice, you know. I mean, that was a pretty big glaring issue, I suppose. Like, you know, you wouldn't see it all the time, but you would see it when you were playing, and it wouldn't be a fun thing. I haven't played this game in a while, actually, like a couple of weeks probably, maybe a month, just because like I've been playing a lot of other games and stuff, but it really feels good to be back to this game. Okay, so another thing that they actually added as an update is if you go to the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, and this was a bit of a funny thing, they actually like updated the souls to be like how they are in the actual movie. So now, as you can see, that's properly accurate to the suit now. So that's fantastic. I'm glad to see that being the case. It's always great to see them, you know, updating and fixing things as you kind of go along. You love to see that. However, you know, with all these updates and everything, they've also added some stabilizations, right? So there's no crashing, optimizations for performance, things like that. It's a bit of a small update, like very small, but it shows that they're still working on this game and giving us updates. However, the community is still going crazy, especially over on Reddit. You've got it on Instagram, everywhere. People, especially on X as well, or Twitter, people are going crazy, you know, asking Insomniac for, you know, DLCs, and Insomniac just says we have nothing to announce at this date, or just we have nothing to announce right now. Which kind of shows that it might kind of, you know, there might not be anything coming out for DLCs. It could be scrapped, or, you know, it could still be happening at some point, right? But what I kind of really want more to see added to this game is more time of day options and sort of more weather options, right? So like, you know, extremely stormy, things like that. I guess like it would be cool to have dynamic time of day, but I don't even know how they'd really do that. Because that would be like a lot of work, right? But there is still a lot of stuff that the community does want to see. So as well, let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see as an update for Marvel Spider-Man 2, right? Like what sort of updates and things that you want to see added to the game. And you got the boys here, you know, kind of hugging it out. Damn, Miles, you just zapped Spidey, what the hell? But then there's also another issue that I've noticed that's been around for a while, and I think this isn't the case in the first game, but if you go over to the Infinity War Iron Spider suit, there's something off about the lenses, right? Like there's something really off about them, and they don't look the proper shape. Obviously, it's a very minuscule sort of thing to complain about. I feel like, you know, as a community, you know, don't need to complain too much about this, but at the same time it is a bit of an issue because it's not really accurate, and it is a bit of a change from the previous model. But yeah, you look at the lenses there, they're kind of weirdly shaped. It's almost like they've removed like a panel or something off of the actual lenses there that is meant to be there. But apart from that, like that itself is fine, I think. I know everyone's talking about the DLC that we did get sort of leaked to us in the New Game Plus update, where we had the menu and stuff like that, like the dev menu. But at the same time, at this point, I am starting to kind of think that it, you know, there is a pretty real possibility of it not happening. However, you got to remember the God of War Ragnarok DLC took over a year, or just about a year, to come out from its original like launch, and Insomniac was hacked. Like, you gotta not forget that they were hacked, and they are still recovering from those damages, because those are insane damages and insane it's crazy how much damage to a studio that can do, you know, having all of your internal plans leaked, having all of your data leaked, all of your personal information and things like that. Like, you gotta realize that's a huge thing. That's not something you just like oh, you know, sweep under the rug or whatever. They've got to check everything that was taken and stuff like that. Like, you've even got the illegal PC version floating out there, which everybody's making videos of, which is insane to me. Like, how are you making videos on that, man? You know? So just be patient, be kind to Insomniac, and just enjoy other games in the meantime if you've got nothing else to do, or just replay this game with the things that we were given. And again, just be patient, man. So I'm just cutting in here to talk about something that I feel like was a bit useless with the whole New Game Plus update and everything like that. And I think the whole golden gadget styles, or style in general, was a bit more useless overall, because you don't really notice it that well, really, you know, in the game or anything like that. I think more so what would be cooler is to have, like, you know, just rain overall in different, you know, types of settings as a weather option, and just more daytime like options or dusk or whatever that the community does want. You know, snow would be cool, but I don't think it'll be the case, because, you know, it just doesn't make sense for the, you know, time frame that this game is in right now. But I'm glad that they're still working on this game and everything like that as well. So there's a lot of hope for future things coming to the game, like the DLC and everything like that, but I don't 100% know. So let's hope, fingers crossed for that. Worst case, they scrap the DLC into, like, you know, they move it up to Marvel Spider-Man 3 or the standalone Venom game, because they are still working on Wolverine as well. So there's still a lot, and oh my god, these takedowns are sick. I've really missed playing this game. But yeah, there's really nothing else to say. It's just like a tiny update. I just wanted to make a video on it to let you guys know. And I do want to say to Insomniac, thank you so much for still supporting the game and putting in the work as well. Definitely take your time for the next game. Don't worry about any, you know, rushing or anything like that. I know you probably didn't rush, but at the same time, you know, there are quotas and pleasing investors and stockholders and shareholders and things like that. So that's a very real thing. But you know, I want the next game to be as best as possible, and I don't care how long we have to wait for that, because, you know, right now, personally, all I really want to see is Marvel Spider-Man 2 on PC officially, and I think that'll be more than enough to hold us over until the DLC or the next game, because trust me, the mods for this game are going to be phenomenal. The community has been cooking, and they've still been, you know, putting in a lot of work for Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, and I've no doubt that the best mods are going to be on this game, easily, especially with all the gameplay and everything like that. So yeah, I'll leave it here. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, drop a like and subscribe. I'll be doing a lot of Ben 10 content and things like that as well. And yeah, you know, DC, Ben 10, Marvel, take care. Peace.